Night Live service. My name is Nancy Woods, and I am the assistant minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Granada Hills. Reverend Mike had an emergency hospital visit and so I'm here to do the service for him. And I always find it a pleasure to have this opportunity to spend some quiet time with souls that are on the path. So that's what we will be doing this evening. And at the center, we're located in Granada Hills. So if you're joining us now, or even if you're joining us later, we welcome you to our center at any time. And so joining me tonight is Jenny Fox, one of our new practitioners here. And we always start our service, what we call a call to service, by lighting the flames of faith. Now, we would perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all sentient beings come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unified nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. So as Jenny lights the first candle, is for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, excuse me, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives, and for the space we are holding for them here at the center. And as Jenny lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in
Good evening. I know that there is one presence, one all-knowing, compassionate power for all of us to use at any time and any place. I know that this loving spirit is with me and with all of us all the time and everywhere. There is only one. I believe in the wholeness of the giving and loving spirit. I know that I am united with this spirit, with this ever-loving presence, and I know that everyone here and online is also united with this power. This power runs through us, as us. So I know as we sit here tonight and go deep inside, that we feel the spirit and the magic of this time of year, this season of giving. I know that each and every one of us will find magic in the smiles of their families and the smiles of their loved ones. I also know that as we sit here and meditate, we know that we are never alone, that this love surrounds us, giving us strength, hope, and a sense of awe this holiday season. I am thankful for this and thankful for Reverend Nancy, for the center, and for this time of year and the magic and spirit of Christmas. And so I release my word to the law that knows exactly what to do, and I say thank you, my beloved, and I release all to the law. I let go and let my higher spirit guide me as together we say, and so it is. Good evening. When I was trying to think of something to say for this first Wednesday in December, my mind was all over the place. And I wanted to talk about mindfulness, and then I thought, well, maybe the holidays, and then wait, maybe community spirit would be good. And then I just stopped. And I took a breath, and I meditated on it. A lot of times my talks come to me in meditation. And I finally decided to talk about the wonder of Christmas, the Christmas magic. The first time I really remember feeling this was when I was about 8 years old. I came upon this article, and it was entitled, "Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus." Well, my name's Virginia. I go by Ginny, but I went by Virginia at that time. And I thought that this was really speaking to me. In my 8-year-old brain, I thought I had a direct line to Santa. So this article goes on to say a lot of wonderful things about Christmas, but what I wanted to share with you was the reply that the editor gave. Now, the girl that wrote this was Virginia O'Hannon, and the article was in 1897. And she wrote, "I'm 8 years old, and some of my little friends are telling me that there is no Santa Claus. My papa says that if you read it in the Sun," it was the New York Sun, that was the paper, "that it is so. Can you please tell me the truth?" So the answer that he replied, and his name, coincidentally, the editor, was Francis B. Church. I thought that was kind of a coincidence. He replied, "Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know they abound and give your life its highest beauty and joy. At last, how dreary would be the world if there were no Santa Claus. There would be no childlike faith. For me, every year at about this time, I experience that childlike faith. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It can be Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. This moment comes to me, and everything stops. And I'm totally immersed in the moment. There's no past, there's no future. It's just the beautiful knowing of the loving now. And in this moment, I see it, everything is crisp and clear and almost twinkling. I'll give you an example. My brother and I, we were at my parents' house and the kids were there, and we said we would go look out for Santa Claus. So we went out and we're looking up at the night sky, and all of a sudden, and I'm not kidding, there was these two white streaks going across the sky, and we just both kind of looked at each other and went, like, did you see that? You know, and tears came to my eyes and we hugged, and I felt we were kids in that moment. Another moment was right here on this stage when we decorated the tree, and a father, it's in the bulletin by the way, lifted his child up to put this star. And that's when it started for me. So Ernest Holmes wrote a Christmas letter, and he said, each of us has something to give. Let each see that he gives of his best. If we are bringing our gifts to the altar of love, nothing less than the best will be acceptable. Nothing less than all is enough. May the real spirit of Christmas, the giving of self to life, enter and abide in you now and throughout all times. And now, simply be moved by your heart day by day. And I know for you that December is your month of miracles, transformation, and a new beginnings. Happy holidays. Okay, we have some announcements now. Practitioners are here. I'm here for 2 minute tune up. Holiday potluck brunch with Reverend, this Sunday, December 10th, immediately following second service. Please join us for food, fellowship. Come sit and have a chat with Reverend Mike. Sign up for your potluck dish in Sparks Hall, or contact Melissa or Beverly Scott. Celebrating the human experience, it's a hybrid drop-in Sangha, and it starts Wednesday, December 13th. $75 for the series, $25 per time. Contact Reverend Nicole for information. Also, we are going to go caroling at a festival, a Joy Fiesta in Van Nuys, and we really would love people to join us for the caroling. You can email me at Ginny, Ginny, .gamari, GAIMARI, @gmail.com. Next Wednesday, December 13th, Brian Lotman will be doing a chanting love and kindness meditation. On the 20th, December 20th, we're doing our Spiral of Light, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This whole sanctuary is transformed, and we have a spiral and we light the lights and celebrate together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. Christmas celebration. Well, I'm going to switch it off a little bit because I'm not, I wasn't thinking about the holidays, but I was thinking about talking about staying in the moment, living in the moment. I have found that in the last few weeks, I've been reminded over and over again, leave the past and let go of the future and stay into this moment. And so I got a phone call from my friend in Arizona, one of our practitioners, our town practitioners. And she was talking about, and she was just telling me about living in the now, and how this book was changing her life. And I said, that's a good idea. And I'm sitting there listening to her. And I said, okay, you attracted this. You attracted the idea and the consciousness. So don't be surprised if people start talking to you about living in the moment and being still. So when you share that, I said, okay, it's still coming from all angles and all awareness. So one of the ways that I have really been working with the concept of living in the moment is being still and listening and focusing on just feeling what's in my heart. And I've had so many teachers talk about follow your heart, listen to your heart. So I kind of feel like I got the feeling where that was coming from. But recently I felt like there was more that was more of a message in that I had previously understood. I have found that many times that I've heard a principle and think I'm going with it, and then all of a sudden I feel like it's a deeper meaning there. So this heartfelt thing, listening to your heart and being in tune with your heart, kind of took me in some places this week. During one meditation, it was really very vivid that I said, okay, what is my heart saying? And so I was able to get to that place. And all of a sudden, it was like pictures, not words, pictures that showed up. I mean, it was almost like my heart was expressing something, but it was coming up in pictures, not in words. So that was nice. I tried to get it back, but it didn't come. You know, it's like you get into one of those, and it was like, whoa. But it didn't come back to the second time. And then another time, I was meditating, and I was trying to sense what it was, and a thought came from one of the, I think it was Abraham or one of these, or Michael Beckwith or somebody, was talking about how when we have something going on in our bodies, it's usually a condensation of fear, and that's how illnesses show up. And if you can free yourself from whatever the fear is, then that's a process of when you're healing yourself. So that thought, it came so clear. It was almost like I could see the package of fear. And so, and I let that go. So what I came to was the basic thing that came up more than anything was being in tune with how I felt. And that feeling isn't just a physical feeling, but a whole energy feeling. How does our body feel? How are we in tune with ourselves, from not just physically, but emotionally and physically and mentally, all the different ways that we express life. And one of the things that showed up for me is that is an area that it is significant for us to get ourselves in tune with. Because most of the teachers I've read about has taught that the joy of being is already in us. So it's not something I go out there and get, but the joy is in me. So if I can focus in the moment and get in touch with the joy, I can bring joy to whatever activity that I am engaging in. And if I find myself having difficulty bringing joy, take time, step back, and take a moment to get in touch with your joy, and then reach out for whatever experience that you're doing. Instead of seeing the joy because of the experience, you're bringing the joy to the experience that we having, and we can, and that has been one of the, I say, true gems that I have found in this exploration of being in tune with the current moment and myself, is to be with myself in such a way that I'm in tune with how does life feel to me. And joy, I'm finding out that joy isn't just a whoopee kind of thing. Joy is kind of a sense of just feeling that there is a harmony and a piece of being, not only with myself, but all that is around me. And really, the greatest thing of being in that moment and feeling that way is nature. I mean, the trees and the plants do it. Oh, it's so much easier for me to get there if I'm in nature. If I'm around, I call them my trees. Actually the trees development. But when I am focusing on the trees, it just seems like that energy, that sense of being, that I'm feeling that there is joy actually in it's part of it's what I am. It is what is expressing through me. That is a moment that I can get in touch with. So what I thought about tonight is that since I've been doing it with myself, I decided that I have these people online and have these people here, and I'm going to ask all of you to join me, and let's just venture into getting in touch with that heartfelt, what the heart feels like, what it's expressing to it, just being still, and how we do it, or how we going it. I'm going to do a little guided thing at the beginning, and then I'm going to release it, because I think each one of us probably has that sense of awareness where we can take ourselves within. But just to get ourselves focused on what we're doing tonight, I would ask you to join me. I'm going to do a little bit of a guided one right now. So as we relax and just allow our bodies and minds to just release and let go. And I'm going to tell you to just feel your shoulders, and then let's let them drop away. And feel the line of your spine. It lines up straight. Feel your feet on the ground, that we are grounded to the earth itself. Feel yourself relaxing your legs, your hips, your stomach. Take a deep breath and just let it out, and let your diaphragm just fall away. And as we feel the energy of life, as we move our fingers and just allow them to relax. And sense some kind of whatever connection that comes into your mind and your heart, your whole being, of that infinite presence. Sometimes I use the chakras, and I always feel like there's a chakra is that light of life that is above me, all around, that shines through me. And I start there. And I let it flow through me. Coming through the crown. And that light's just flowing through the third eye. And then we allow ourselves in our face, the energies, just relax. And it comes through our throat chakra. As we release any attachment, the thoughts and words that go forth, allow our heart to open up and serve as the center of being in us. And as we move down to the third chakra, knowing the unity that we are sharing in this room, the connection, the harmony of it. And as we move to the second chakra, we sense and feel the joy or the passion of being at one with the universe. And as we move to the first chakra, at the base of the spine, and this reminds us that we are the infinite presence of life coming forth in so many different ways, connected all out of one. And we allow this energy to flow down, and we ground ourselves in this earth chakra that we have. The earth chakra connects us with the nature of being. That which purifies all that comes upon it. That brings us into the awareness that this is a wondrous plane of being, and that we are the infinite presence of life, enjoying ourselves, creating, expressing, manifesting. This earth supported us. Been totally centered in who and what we are. We feel safe and secure as we totally open our hearts. We allow the heart to just say yes to life. And we willingly release anything and everything, to let this heart bring to us that which is ours to know, to be, and to express. Just be open. Be willing. Feel the love. Feel the joy. Feel the harmony. Allow the power of this presence to be in us, through us, and come forth as us. Release it all. And let the heart speak to us. Thank you, Spirit of Life. Thank ourselves for being a vessel of love, a vessel through which the Spirit of Life has brought forth greater clarity, more guidance, we allow ourselves to come back to this moment of awareness, aware that we are in this place together in a loving acceptance of the oneness of it all. Accepting that the creative spirit of all that there is giving way to our individualized being in such a way that there is an expanding sense of passion for the Spirit itself. Allow ourselves to let that which is guiding and directing life into expression at all times to come forth as our words, our thoughts, and our experience. And as we open our self to allow the love to flow forth, know that that love goes forth to touch all those souls that are reaching for a greater expression of peace and harmony. To allow ourselves to acknowledge that every being is surrounded by a love that keeps it safe and secure to let us free ourselves from any attachment to fear of any kind. And we know that that is uprooted and lifted away. There is an acceptance that everything about us is the joy and love of Spirit saying yes to living and having our being as one who is open to the newness of life, moment by moment. To let the wonder of Spirit's greatness be the newness that is springing forth in this moment from each one of us. And know that the revelations that has come through our experience this evening is ready to take us on this path of willingly allowing ourselves to experience the current moment for for all the power and joy and peace that it brings. I do recognize the creative ability that is in each one, the power that has been utilized by every one of us, the strength that is truly infinite in its presence, the strength to guide us, our souls, to our heart's desire, to take the steps towards that which we are feeling we need to create or to express, to feel the energy from the source itself. Flowing into all that the heart is telling us. It is ready to create and to experience each other from a place of love and joy and harmony. So it is with this sense of feeling secure and safe, we allow our bodies to know its fullness of expression in such a way that there is such divine order in every cell, every organ, every aspect of the physical form. We can step into the greatness that has been shown to us and to allow ourselves to demonstrate the love and appreciation of who and what we are. So it's with a consciousness of true gratitude and the Lord that is saying yes. We join together in going forth as we sing. And so it is, and so be it. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for allowing me to experiment Holy Spirit with y'all. And for those out there in the audience and for those here, I want to remind you that on Christmas, we're only going to have one service. I think we're only going to have the 10:30 because it's Christmas Eve is on Sunday this year. So we would have one service that day. So I wanted to start making that announcement so people would understand it's just a 10:30 service. And also to remind you that this coming Sunday, we're going to have our Christmas celebration as well as breakfast with the, I call it breakfast, it's a lunch with the Rev. So invite you all to join us for that. And thank you for joining me this evening. And thank you for your support and your love. And to all, I say good night to those online. And thank you for those that's in the room.